The process of adopting a child is undergoing some changes this year that will likely surface next year. Nicole Witt is the executive director of the Adoption Consultancy, and she's joining us now over the phone. Thanks for talking to us today.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me back.
Nicole, this sounds like one of those kind of unintended consequences maybe of the pandemic, some of this that's going on in terms of how the adoption process is going to change for families. Can you kind of walk us through the changes?
Yeah, I think one of the big ones is that adoptions are likely to increase next year. Of course, we don't have anything exactly like this year that we can compare it to, but just looking at other times of, recession or financial hardship, that usually increases adoptions because the birth moms can't afford to care for the child. This past year, we haven't seen that happen as much because of the social distancing and events not happening and venues, being closed down. It frankly hasn't led to as many unintended pregnancies. So with next year, as things open up again, you are going to see more of those crisis pregnancies. But unfortunately, that economic recovery is going to lag behind. So the combination of those two things is expected to lead to more placements next year.
Nicole, it's interesting that you think the vaccine will have some kind of impact on the adoption process in terms of travel.
Yes, the logistics have been so difficult this year in terms of travel for hopeful adoptive parents to build a relationship with the potential birth moms. The hospital policies, of course, have been, changing regularly and so on. So as the vaccine kind of takes hold and all of those things can be relaxed and go back to as normal as possible, then, people can build those relationships. The birth moms can have her friends and family for support in the hospital, which really has been one of the biggest challenges of this past year.
Nicole, how much do you expect the cost to go up of adoption?
Yeah, that is unfortunately going to be one of the downsides. It's already a very expensive process. And again, with the economic recovery lagging and eviction moratoriums expiring and so on, the expectant moms are going to need more financial help to have a safe and healthy pregnancy. So we don't know exactly, what percentage or what ballpark that might be, but it is expected that the costs are going to go up because those expenses do fall to the adoptive parent.
It seems like such a tough problem to get out of because it seems like such a snowball effect, Nicole, with the economy, with so many people losing their jobs. I mean, what can you say, generally speaking, we'll be looking at?
Yeah, I think it is hard to tell. And the key thing is going to be, when do jobs come back or do they come back? Are there some that don't come back? And a lot of that is just, remains to be seen with the economic recovery and the impact of the vaccine and so on. But generally speaking, I do think we're going to see some more adoptions, a little bit easier adoptions, but as we mentioned, probably a bit more expensive as well.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Nicole. We really appreciate it. Merry Christmas to you. Happy holidays.
You too. Thanks so much.